Hey, thanks for tuning to Shaun Rocks the City. I'm glad that you guys tune in, most definitely. Today, we are going to talk about that Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson, about him faking his death. I know a whole bunch of you guys say to yourself, you get your questions in your head because there's so much things and rumors talked about. But I'm going to tell you something. This is to the believers. Keep on believing because I believe. We got here, this is Ronnie. She's going to talk to me about this Michael Jackson thing. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the stuff, that a lot of stuff on the YouTube, a lot of that stuff, it is true. Yes, I do believe that he's alive. There's a lot of all kind of different beliefs and stuff like that. One thing about that navel on that body of his, that thing that they had made of him is like a clone of him. And plus there's so much different footage out there. You do the research. One thing I tell you, I believe about that. Ronnie right here talked to me earlier about some of her beliefs. So she's gonna share about her beliefs about this Michael Jackson thing. So talk to me in your own way about why you believe that Michael Jackson is still alive.
Well, hi everybody. First of all, it's too much of him not for him to still be alive.
Right.
And two, what doctor you know will only get a short sentence time?
Right. So we're talking about Conrad Murray with that little bit of 4 years.
And two, he shouldn't even be allowed to practice.
That's right.
Because who in their right mind would give somebody anesthesia medication?
That's right.
Without the control and the stability of it belonging in a hospital. Why would you do it in somebody's home? That's crazy.
That's right. And another thing too, they did not even say on that 911 call that it was Michael Jackson. There's supposed to have been a certain way how they dealt with that. Matter of fact, Michael Jackson, the kind of money he got, he's supposed to have somebody right there on the set. That Conrad Murray, he's supposed to have some kind of way to be able to get that ambulance up out of there a lot more faster. Like have his own automobile and his own staff. Just him there with a little bit of the medicine, that don't sound right. And then plus he's just getting a little bit of 4 years. He's supposed to have been away for life. That goes to show you that he really didn't do no time. They put him in an exclusive some place where nobody could see him at. I don't even think he went inside of there. I don't even think he went behind any bars at all. That's my belief. I don't think he even did any time. I think they put him on some kind of vacation. And I know you guys see a lot of that stuff that's happening inside of that courthouse of how they had all these different little pets and these different little toys. I never seen that inside no courthouse myself either, most definitely. And there's a lot of folks, if you look on that YouTube under Shaun May, you will see a lot of the footage of the different celebrities that I know. And they open up their mouth and they talk about a lot of stuff. You ask yourself a question. If somebody was after you and you knew they was going to kill you, they was going to take you out, what are you going to do? Just keep on staying out there? Michael Jackson loved his life. And I say loved because he's somewhere else now, but he's still living. He's not with us, but he's somewhere else living. Talk to me a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he's still living too, because Michael always spoke about how he never had a childhood. He never had the upbringing as far as being a kid, doing kid games and having friends outside of his family. You know, because his friends was his family members, you know, his siblings. And everybody needs to have people outside their siblings, their family members, to have friends and associates so they can grow and learn how to be a stronger individual. And honestly, Michael has always been a public figure, and right now, I think Michael Jackson just would like to live exclusively to himself, where he could be private and he could enjoy him.
That's right, because everywhere he went, he always had to cover himself up. Imagine yourself going outside and crowds of people always coming up on you, always coming up on you. That was from when he was a childhood. So what Michael Jackson did, he started putting on disguises and going outside, and he felt how good that felt. So he said, wow, imagine if I could live this life. Because the life that we live in, how we live in our life every day and nobody running up to us, we want that celebrity life. We want that kind of life. We want that money kind of life. We want to be able to have and see what it feels like to have that. Now just imagine Michael Jackson, himself. He probably wanted the life that we have. And the only way he could do that is fake his death.
I agree with you there. But I also feel strongly about him being cloned because now with technology,
That's right.
it's so phenomenal.
That's right.
Who says cloning hasn't already been done?
That's right.
They're already doing it to the animals, so
right.
why not the human beings?
That's right. That's right. There's a lot of people talking about this Michael Jackson thing. And if you have anything that you want to talk about and share, my number is 917-496-5122. I'm Shaun Mader, host of the show that you're watching here. Now back to that Conrad Murray thing. He's out, he's walking around, he's being on TV, he's being interviewed. But there's something funny about when they ask him questions. He's not feeling no remorse at all. And to me, it seems like because he knows that Michael Jackson is still alive.
Well, I don't know if he's feeling remorse or not. I'm really hoping that he is feeling it, okay? Because for the simple fact, he's human. And
Right.
I'm really hoping that he does have that human side to him when he does feel that remorse and he does acknowledge it. And I'm hoping that he's doing it from the total compassion.
Right.
Because a lot of people in this world have no compassion. They're very cold-hearted, very bitter and angry. And I really hope that he is doing it from a compassionate level.
Right, right.
I really hope that he has that remorse. Like, you know, us normal people of
Right,
the
right,
world.
right, right.
I mean, I do hope he does.
Right.
Because all honesty, okay, yes, he went to jail.
Right.
Fine. A lot of people feel that he didn't have enough time to be served and etc. I'm one. I think he should have served more time.
Yeah, 4 years was enough.
Because this man took an oath,
Right.
okay, as a doctor. Every human being that he comes in contact with medically, that he attends to them for whatever medical reason, we are in his hands.
That's right.
Our lives is in his hands.
That's right.
So by you taking this oath, this oath to help us and hopefully don't kill us, you should pay the consequences for your ways and your error.
That's right. Only 4 years. People getting a lot more time for just doing regular stuff. Now what they saying about him taking out Michael Jackson, they supposed to have gave him a lot more time. But you guys see all the mistakes that the people were saying when they talk about Michael Jackson. Like his family members, they keep on slipping up. Like if he's alive. We know he's alive, the believers. You get what I'm saying? The believers stick together. The non-believers, all I got to say is you got to just continue to keep on watching and keep on listening and stuff. There's too many clues and there's too much stuff that's going on. Too much stuff that's going on. If you do your research and sitting down and do your homework, you will see a lot of stuff that will surprise you. Like that recording of Michael Jackson. You seen it by Teddy Riley, the guy, when he sat up there and he said, that is Michael Jackson's voice. Nobody can duplicate his voice. Nobody can do that. And that machine that they was using, that's a machine from nowadays. You gotta be live to be able to do that. There's a whole lot of different stuff up there that you do your research on, you could be able to see. Like I said, I'm gonna give my number again, 917-496-5122. If you like to come on and talk to me about the Michael Jackson death thing. I know that there was a lot of people that was sending me information, talking to me, trying to ask me questions about certain things. One person asked me, where is Michael Jackson at? I think he is in that town, that place, where they cover your whole body up and he can walk around freely. There's a lot of places where he can be at. But you know what? The truth is gonna come out. He's gonna have to surface. That's how nature is. He's gonna have to surface. But I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. When I met Michael Jackson, it was 50th and Madison, downtown Manhattan. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful time it was. Michael Jackson came out of that hotel room, and all the people from London, from all over the place, they gathered around, and somebody done put on some Michael Jackson music, and oh my goodness, he went to hitting and doing this stuff, and all of that flavor came out of him. Everybody liked it, it was happy, and everything like that. It was a beautiful time, and that's the presence that Michael Jackson had. And I strongly feel he is out there somewhere, most definitely.
Because also too, a lot of our artists, they have music that was never put out to the public.
Right.
So now a lot of, okay, like Michael Jackson has a song out now,
Right.
and some people are like, is that for real? Is that really his music? But we also have to remember, just like with Tupac,
Right.
not getting off the subject of Michael, but like
Right.
with Tupac, his mother had a lot of his music that he never produced, never introduced to the world.
Right.
You know, so rightfully, we have to remember there's a lot of material that we're going to come to find out years later or even months or whatever, that it was written out, but it just wasn't produced and given to the people to hear it.
Right. One thing I know, some of the stuff that I'm hearing, it's up to date stuff, and I'm saying to myself, wow, not getting off the subject of Michael, but Tupac, he making music that's you got to be here today to be able to see that. You got to be able to speak that. You got to been around to see that. Most definitely.
Yeah, but Tupac was a genius in his own way as well as Michael Jackson.
Right.
I mean, you talking about two geniuses.
Right.
I mean, they was phenomenal with their
That's right.
music, their beliefs. I can't remember the exact name of the song that Tupac made, but it was a song that he had dedicated to his mother,
Right.
and I love it. And I'm not even into rap,
Right.
but the song that he dedicated to his mother, I think it is so beautiful, and it's for all time.
Right. It's called Dear Mama.
Thank you. So
Dear
here it
Mama.
is. That one song, and I'm pretty sure there's many others that you were referring to as far as it being up to date. There are certain songs that's gonna always be up to date
Right.
for eternity.
Right.
So regardless on the times or whatever, it's an everlasting song.
Right.
And that's what Tupac and Michael Jackson have done throughout their time when they was producing their music
Right.
and bringing it to the people.
Right. Hey, this is this is Ronnie, y'all. When she talks, she's letting it out. She's speaking it. Most definitely.
Well, that's how I feel about it.
Most definitely. I tell you, I like Michael Jackson. He is a genius in his own way. Now, the reason why I think he faked his death is because there was a lot of people that was after him. Really trying to kill him. Real mafia people. You know how the mafia people, you know how they do. There was real people that was after him. They was jealous of him. They was haters of him. They didn't like him because they wanted to be him. And that's a lot of stuff that had happened. That's exactly the reason why he had to go on ahead and fake his death. Now, for the non-believers, you probably saying to yourself, oh my gosh, oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, he's dead. Why? Because you heard it on the news. You heard it so many places. You haven't seen him in a while. Well, I'm going to tell you, Machiavelli, the real Machiavelli, he did it and he proved it. So now, the money that Michael Jackson had, he can do that also, most definitely. And when you do die and certain things happen a certain kind of way, all a certain money supposed to be cashed, there's a lot of stuff that's supposed to happen, and it didn't happen. That means he's still sitting on that. He's relaxing, and he's enjoying himself, the life that he never had, most definitely. Now, Ronnie, if somebody was after you telling you, I'm gonna get you from doing threatening phone calls, you're gonna hide, ain't you?
Well, first of all, if I have the money, I'm going to disappear.
That's right. You're going to disappear.
First of all.
You're going to make sure you get away.
But I wouldn't have to do that because I can't be that evil and that wicked to be that cruel and wicked to somebody else to have that attitude or have that emotion inflicted upon me.
Right.
But if it was to be so, heck yeah, if I got the money, I'm gone.
You're gone. You're going to go somewhere and hide off.
I'm gone. I'll be in a whole different district, country, world.
That's right.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's right. Because if somebody threatening you, you saying, nah. He got a whole bunch of phone calls, so many people. Now, this is thing that a lot of viewers don't know. They used to be waving certain stuff to him when he was doing his music. You would never see that because Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. He would see people doing stuff out there in the crowd, aiming stuff at him, pointing stuff at him, and all that stuff was stressing him out. He said to himself he had to go out and hide and get away, most definitely. But stay tuned, we're going to be right back. I'm Shaun, the host of this show. 917-496-5122. Don't you go nowhere.